AIDA for leaving my boyfriend in Arizona after he pretended to push me over the edge of the Grand Canyon. Throwaway. First post, yada yada. Bad writing because character limit. I just went to the Grand Canyon with my BF. I'm 150% afraid of heights. Don't go near windows/railings type of scared. Phobia in the full sense of the word. Because of this, I didn't want to go in the first place, but it's a famous destination, so I figured it was worth facing my fears. I had multiple convos with my BF about my fears, at least 5 separate, in-depth convos about how scared I was about having a panic attack around strangers. I have a long history of panic attacks. He assured me he'd help me maintain my distance from ledges and calm me down if I got overwhelmed/scared. We just went. We planned to do a tour, then go out by ourselves in the following days. Well, on day 1 on our tour, we stopped at a scenic lookout to take pictures, and he decided it'd be funny to grab me and pretend to try and push me over the edge of the cliff. I immediately freaked out and, unsurprisingly, had a panic attack, all in front of our group while the poor guide tried to calm me down. I'm not proud of how I acted, but I'll tell you it wasn't pretty. I was sobbing and yelling that he was cruel for doing this, that he knew I was terrified, and he was evil for using that against me. He was yelling back that it was a joke, I was taking it too seriously, and to get over it because I was embarrassing myself/him, which to be fair, I was. It was quite embarrassing. I think I was the in this next part. I told him he was a horrible person, and his ex was right to leave him. Context. His ex left him because she thought he was immature, but she left right before a high-profile family event and embarrassed him among his family. He yelled that was fucked up to say, and in hindsight, I think he's right, especially since it was in public. The tour guide separated us and took me back to their office, and I have no idea what he did after that. He wasn't in our hotel when I got my stuff, and I got a flight to my parents' state, and I've been staying here while I figure out if this relationship is still alive. We live together and work for the same company, so if this is over, my life is going to get very messy. The thing is, we have a ton of mutual friends, and I have half of them texting/calling me to say I'm overreacting and being a psycho bitch. Besides my 3 closest friends, I haven't told anyone anything, but because they all know him too, everyone has heard some version of events, and they're making it seem like I'm leading a PR campaign against him. I don't have social media, and haven't said anything to anyone besides my best friends. They're particularly mad that I left him in Arizona. I don't think what I did was worth all the hate I'm getting. I left him the rental car and hotel room, and took an Uber to the airport. I paid for everything myself, including our hotel room, and I left a note in the room telling him I was going to my parents. I feel like people don't understand, but there are so many people saying the same thing that I'm starting to question myself. So, AIDA?